No, I was in New York last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. I was there for a work project.
Maybe we talked about it last pod in the cold open.
Yes, we talked about New York.
Okay,
But we didn't talk about the project.
right.
So this project was for a company that's owned by an Italian family.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
And let's just say all the stereotypes are true. Including one comment from one of the people we interviewed. Yeah, you don't end up on the wrong side of this family. You'll be 2 feet under the East River.
Sleeping with the fishes. They talk about being involved in sanitation or waste management or something. Because that's normally the.
They're definitely involved in sanitation and waste management.
Okay.
For the city of New York.
Nice. Well, I guess you stayed on their good side then.
So far.
But yeah.
I'm here to speak.
or else we wouldn't be doing this podcast, I guess.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Time TV, a podcast where we discuss the latest shows that are streaming on all the platforms. We are currently discussing Euphoria Season 3. We will get into that a little bit more deeper discussion at the end of this podcast. But up front, we like to do a little what we've been watching and feedback and sometimes news.
Yes.
I don't know if we have any news today. Or feedback.
No news or feedback.
Yeah.
No.
So we just go right into what we've been watching and then the feature discussion, Euphoria Season 3, Episode 4.
Yeah.
So Jared.
Yes.
I like to dance.
Okay. Good to know. That's it. That's the quote. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Do you not remember this?
No, I remember it. Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you were adding anything more to it.
That was like her response.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So anyway, my name is Josh, and this is my co-host, Jared.
Josh, the toe is a metaphor.
You're mixing metaphors here, Jared.
Yeah. There's a toe, and then it was like a star or something. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what are you watching? I got 2 things here.
You have 2?
Yep.
I have 2 also. I wonder if it's... I'm curious if we...
One of them might be the same.
Okay. All right.
I'm pretty sure one of them's not.
Should I start with the one that I think we both have seen?
Sure.
Okay. Widow's Bay.
I watched 1 episode.
Okay.
I did not.
That's fine. You watched it at least.
Yeah, I know, but that was actually not one of the ones I put on my list because I didn't watch enough of it.
You watched 1 episode. That's fine. Put on your list. That's enough to talk about it.
Okay.
I mean, they only put out 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, yeah. So this is another show I've been looking forward to. It's definitely my type of show, for sure. I'm curious what you think about it, but this is on Apple. Directed, I don't know how much he directed, but he directed at least these first 2. Hiro Murai, who did a lot of Atlanta and The Bear. Great director, and I love both of those shows. Starring Matthew Rhys is Stephen Root also I did recognize. He was
Stephen Root, yeah.
of course. But Matthew Rhys is awesome. He's awesome in this.
Yeah.
And he's great in everything, but like he's very different in this. But
yeah, he is
awesome. Yeah.
Like he's not as confident. Like because he only plays a very confident person.
Yeah.
And a little bit, a little arrogant, a little bit. At least in the recent things that I've seen him in. And in this, he's
very different.
He's very different. He's a little bit more unsure of himself, and So it was, but he's doing it well.
He is. He's crushing in this. The tone and feel of the show, I just think is perfect, and it's very hard to do what they're doing, like that tone specifically.
Yeah, it's like a balance between suspense, horror, and comedy.
Yeah,
and you're right.
It's very hard to do.
I
successfully
imagine it would be hard to do.
Yeah,
and it somehow works in this, and they're making it work.
It's great.
Yeah.
I already really love this show. And it also, not too much so far. I don't know if they'll get more into this or not, but there's just enough also of like the mystery box type stuff that I love in a show. It's not like to the degree of Severance, but there's some thrown in there.
Yeah, well, because I think it's there's like the obviously the horror, supernatural, whatever is going on, but it's done, at least so far, it's done very where it's like, is it really
right?
Like, and it's like what, and it's always kind of slightly like explained away, right? Like a little bit of like what's happening. Like there's like, oh.
But then our guy Stephen Root is the one that's like he's the one that's keeping enforcing it. Yeah, and
he's the conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
but which he's doing great, and I actually
yes
love him in this too.
Yes,
and then just the quirkiness of like the other characters.
The other characters are awesome.
Like whatever I don't know if she's like his assistant or whatever.
Yeah, she's great.
she's
I think she's one of my favorites of the other casts that I don't know as well.
Yeah. No, I mean, I
watched both of them. But yeah, it's in that weird in between that, I mean, a lot of streaming shows do now, particularly Apple, where it's like, it's not an hour, it's not half an hour. It's like it's like a 38-ish, 42 minutes, which is interesting.
Technically an old like television show that was an hour long.
That's true.
Would end up being around 40 to 45 minutes with commercials, if you cut all the commercials out.
Right.
So
that's true.
It's really probably in that ballpark anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So you really enjoyed it also.
Yeah, so far I'm
awesome.
I'm gonna say really enjoy it. I wouldn't go.
Okay.
Probably you like it a little more than I do, because I think it's a little bit more in your house than mine. But I am enjoying it, and I find it intriguing, and it's not too cheesy.
No, not at all.
Like scary stuff for me to be like turned off by it. Because like, what was the HBO one not that long ago that was based from the movies and the Stephen King stuff, I think, right?
The spinoff of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to Derry. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched like the first couple episodes of that, and I just couldn't get it. Was a little too. It's a little too cheesy for me, like the stuff in that.
It also just wasn't that great. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Compared to, I think the movies were better, but, yeah. But no. Well, speaking of that though, because it's the actual show, Widow's Bay, is not Stephen King at all. I would say.
Okay.
But the font and even like some of the art of like the cover of it is very Stephen King, which is interesting. But like the feel of the show, I don't think is at all, which is important because.
But the setting is.
Oh,
being like New England and all. New England town, yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's very much.
Yeah.
But I like that it's like, obviously I'm sure they're inspired by him. I mean, pretty much everyone is. But like, I like that this is still its own very distinct thing. Because I think I'd be kind of bummed out if it was just like, trying to be Stephen King. So yeah, Widow's Bay on Apple. It's great. So yeah, what do you got?
I'll put the other one here. Beef season 2.
That's my other one.
Yeah. Okay. That's the one I thought we both would have.
Okay.
So this is a young couple witnesses an alarming fight between their boss and his wife, which triggers a chess move of favors and coercion in the entitled world of Country Club and its Korean billionaire owner.
Mm-hmm.
So this stars Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan. So this season
Haley
2,
Spaney and
I didn't recognize
the
other
guy.
people.
I forget his name, but I recognize both of them as well.
Okay,
but
the younger
the other two, but all four of them are so good in this.
Yes. Yeah. So this.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
I think this was good.
Uh-huh.
I think it was fun. It definitely felt not as much like a season 2 of Beef.
Oh, it's a whole different story.
No, I know, but it's just like the beef wasn't so direct. Like the first one, it was like very like
okay.
And this is much more nuanced and and more about the social status and then it's kind of these 3 tiers, right? Like there's like the really poor young people. There's
It's
like the
very
middle,
of the time
the middle
right
class,
now. Yeah.
the middle class, which is Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan, and then there's like the wealthy billionaire Korean lady and her doctor husband, and so there's like these tiers, and it's kind of like, and everyone is disgruntled with the person that has more money and more influence than them. And of course, there's even more subtle stuff in the country club with that, with like, him being the manager. And then there's the other people, the patrons that try to make him a friend. But then like, he's ultimately not really, he's just there to serve them.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like to me, like the subject matter of this felt more in line with the White Lotus.
Yes.
And kind of the way they play with things than Beef season 1.
Yeah. I would agree.
And that's kind of where like, I'm like, you could slap this and be like, White Lotus season 4. And other than the production value, I don't think in the way it's shot is not White Lotus, because it's not trying to glorify the luxury like White Lotus always does in the settings, and kind of shoot it more like almost like a, it's especially initially when you start the beginning of each season, it's always shot like almost like a tourist video, like a tourist video. Like they're just like very like lavish on like where this setting is and they didn't do that in this, but like just like the overall thesis of the season and the show felt much more in line with that, which means like I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not that I didn't enjoy it, but it just felt like a little bit of disconnect from the Beef season 1 to like feel. And then all like the ending was a little ridiculous, but
well, so I try to finish it in time for recording. I have the last episode and that's it to finish. All right, I was trying to finish it before we were recording, but
I won't say any more other than just, I think that last episode's kind of ridiculous.
Well, I expected it to be that way because season 1 got ridiculous.
Yeah. And I would say that lines up with season 1, last episode.
Yeah.
It goes unhinged. And this one kind of is in the same ballpark with that.
Well, so this is how long it's been between seasons, because you and I talked about season 1 a lot when it came out, but that was before we did the pod. But like we both love season 1. Season 1 was like so good.
Even down to like the worship scene with the like the church when he goes to church. Like, and I was like, oh boy,
Stephen Young was so good in that season. Him just stuffing his face with Burger King also was hilarious. There's just like so many things in that, just random things. But so I mean, obviously we were looking forward to this season. It had been a long time. I see what you mean by not feeling the same. But I still, like I said, I haven't finished the last episode, but I still really, really enjoyed the season for what it is, even though it is different. And like I said, all 4 of the main actors were so great in this, but you're talking about like obviously the different class or wealth status, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Yes.
Of these 3 people or couples. Obviously is very centered to the story. A lot of the show this season is very much of 2026 and a lot of like what people talk about in America right now. And I actually really liked that they did that as well, because like, I mean, especially the young ones, it's funny, like, they're talking about like, he's basically like, he blames the system, and it's like the different outlooks are very much like how
also the generations, right? Like you get the Gen Zs and the millennials and then just their perspective on things. And
because like, I mean, some of the stuff Oscar Isaac says and does like cracked me up, because it's very much a particular type of dude. That's like probably in the elder millennial range, I imagine, is kind of what they're going for that. Because it's like, I feel like it's almost on the line with them, because the same with our younger couple, it seems like they're kind of right on the line of Gen Z and millennial, I would say, like probably late 20s, right?
They're definitely like older Gen Z.
Yeah. But they have a lot of that. Yeah, they do really well with all the language and like the way they talk. And the thing I actually really liked, by the way, this is on Netflix. I don't know if we said that yet, but the one thing that I like because they lean into that so much, like the very much 2026 now in America, is the way they incorporate technology and lean into it so much to enhance the storytelling, which is very hard to do because most people now run away from that to make it better for the story because, or do like a period piece.
Make it a little more timeless, right?
Right.
You don't want to be too heavy on current tech because then it'll not age well.
Yes, but this, like, it is done so well. And like I said, it enhances storytelling, which is not easy to do with like embracing all the technology and how it's used in so many different ways. I mean, I think it's genius how they even get into like how cloud backups work, and like all the things you should check when you're trying to, whether you're trying to blackmail or erase something or anyway, all that was great. And I mean, so many different ways they communicate through the phone and all that, and like showing all of that. It's just, it's all done really well. I still like season 1 better, but this is really great. And I believe this is it. I don't think they're
nothing about
doing
season
anymore.
3.
No, I think this is it, which sucks. But I mean, really great season.
It doesn't mean just because they don't do it right away doesn't mean that the creator might not have an idea 6 months or a year from now and be like, hey, Netflix, I have a great.
I mean, this was already 4 years in between seasons, so they could easily.
Because it is an anthology thing. It doesn't, other than just the marketing momentum you lose if it's too long of a time.
So
but I did see something about viewership was about half of what season 1 was on the season 2.
Probably because of the gap, though. I'd imagine that's part of it. Yeah. Well, we were talking about like if he's going to do another season or not, but he is the director of the new X-Men film, which is really cool. That's what he's working on now. Yeah. So that is awesome. So that's what obviously is the main thing for him right now. But
so he's a little busy.
Yeah. But anyway, this is still a
still
really great season, I think. Yeah. And all the performances were really great. Kaylee Spaney, the younger girl, I believe she's one of the people that's going to be in Elden Ring. I don't know who she's playing, but I think she was in the cast for that film. Okay. So,
all right,
that's all I have. Yeah, you have.
So I had a second one because I didn't actually have
right. Widows Bay. Yeah.
Down. Okay. No, so which is. Here's another Netflix, but Running Point season 2.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think did you ever watch season 1?
A little bit.
I watched all of it, and then so I've watched 3 or 4 episodes. I haven't watched all of season 2.
Okay.
But this is the it's on Netflix called Running Point, and it's a kind of a comedy drama where you have Kate Hudson playing the lead of a family that runs a basketball team that's kind of pseudo the Lakers, but not really.
Is it supposed to be LA?
Okay. Yeah. It's called LA Waves, and she's the president, but she steps into that role when her older brother is like a drug addict and has to go away. Well, he kind of comes back and he's like out.
Justin Theroux, right?
Yeah, and so then we get a lot more Justin Theroux in this season, which adds another dynamic. And then Ray Romano.
Nice.
He comes in as like the new coach.
That's a big get.
Yeah, and it just adds some dynamic and some.
He's obviously very good in comedy.
Yes, and so far it's been, I would say, on par, if not a little bit better than season 1. Like again, because how comedies go, like they start to understand the characters a little bit better and they can write them a little better, and so everything's a little bit more tighter and so it's been fun and just a good filler for just when you want to watch something short and kind of light. It's not heavy, it's not, and so it's a good thing to kind of fill and watch here and there.
I do really. Speaking of the actors, I do love that guy that was in the other two.
Oh yeah. Drew. I wrote him down.
Yeah. What is his name?
Drew Tarver.
Yeah.
And then also Max Greenfield from
Right.
New Girl is in because he's like her fiance.
Okay. Was he in season 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, he's kind of a side character because he's Kate Hudson's like the lead, since she's such a she's almost in the masculine role, right, as like the president of this basketball team and everything.
Yeah.
Like he is definitely more of the feminine in the relationship.
She's a stay-at-home dad kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. Except for they don't have any kids yet.
Okay.
But they're engaged, and so he's not only in it when you see scenes of her like at home for a little bit, and they'll interact. But yeah.
Anyway, that guy is just his way. He his like delivery like is awesome. Reminds me of young Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
But yeah, the other two, that was a good show.
Very good.
All right. Well, that was a shorter, and then since we didn't have any of the other sections, the feedback or
we want to do a this is the day of recording, but not the day of release. May the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
To everyone that
celebrates.
Yes.
Yes.
May the 4th be with you.
As you can see, the terrible with the backwards pointing. Yeah, we've got some Star Wars stuff.
If you're an audio listener,
there's in the background we've got is that a Boba Fett helmet?
Yeah,
we've got
not the right color, but yes, that's
and then we've got a Grogu right here.
We do have Grogu.
Yeah, a Lego, and then we also have a Lego.
There's a
Boba Fett Lego helmet too.
Yep.
So a couple Star Wars things behind us.
Mm-hmm. We will. We'll talk about the new movie soon. When it's coming up pretty soon, actually. A few weeks, right?
Yeah, it is.
Memorial Day. Is that when they're?
Are we gonna go see it in the theater?
Yeah. I want to see it in theaters, even though I don't know if it's going to be good. I'm a little worried.
We'll have to go see it together. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's get into Euphoria.
Yes.
Season 3, Episode 4, Kitty Likes to Dance. Rue is offered a risky deal that draws her deeper into Almo's world. While Nate battles the city council, Maddie gives Cassie a mission that could skyrocket her new career. Lexi enlists Jules to create an original painting for LA Nights.
I just remember what the painting was.
Yeah. All right. So, before we get into the details and a little bit of spoiler stuff, talking specifics, what was your overall thoughts of this episode?
Yeah, I wanted to also see how you're feeling now that I kind of asked you every week, but now we are officially halfway through the season, how you're feeling about it. But, I feel about the same as the previous weeks. This is still, I think, a bad season of television, which is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
There were good moments, obviously, but it's just overall, it's, and there were still some points in this episode that I was just like, what are we doing? Specifically with Cassie and Nate. And I was glad that they separated them for this episode at least.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, ultimately what happened with that was like there was nothing really. And honestly, the Nate scene especially was like awful, I thought. But we can get into all that. But how are you feeling?
I don't know that anything's really changed.
Yeah.
I think last week's episode was the strongest episode so far. But not that it was anything amazing. Just some amazing moments. I think there's some good moments in here, but also some really dumb stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it, but overall still, and now we're halfway point, right? Like we're at the halfway point. And it still feels like, what the heck are we doing?
I know.
And that's unfortunate. But so let's get into it. And as we've done prior, kind of probably break it down mostly as in the different kind of story arcs, because they kind of they do cross over a little bit here and there, but it's very minimal.
Yeah, it's always easiest to talk about
Yeah, so let's start
Character
with
by
Rue.
character.
We pick up right where you left off,
Uh-huh.
and she's getting arrested by the DEA.
Yeah.
And this, well, turns out, they can lie, but she can't.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Right? Why is that? Why can cops just lie to you and you can't?
I mean, there's a lot of things cops can do that you can't. So,
Well, I guess it's like you've already broken the law, so you're kind of,
yeah.
you only have certain rights then at that point. Right?
I mean, at least they give her a chance to not go to jail immediately and be a
snitch.
informant, whatever you want to, informer. I don't know technically what's the word for it, but yeah, we'll go with snitch. That's the word they use.
Yeah. I think, again, as much as I find this side storyline for Rue just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And overall, I do think they did a good job. And as we kind of get into like what happens of like really shifting it from her just kind of falling into these things and kind of just a victim of what she's been forced to do.
Yeah.
Into like now it's definitely like dangers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not that there was always like a little subtle opportunity for danger to like, it's not like you thought, oh, she's not ever going to die. Like there's like, other than the fact that she's the main character, but like, there's always that, but like now it's definitely like, and of course, as we see like the gun fight and everything, or the robbery towards the end of this plotline.
Yeah. But I mean, there's moments always, to your point, like between these two, especially like Alamo and or what's her name? The monotone lady.
Yeah.
Like
Lori,
there it is. Like she could be shot at any time. Rue could be shot. So yeah, there's always the first episode is kind of the first where we get into this whole theme of like, with Rue especially, exploring religion and the Bible, and that was kind of the first thing, was like at the end of that opening episode, shooting. Was it an apple or was it something else off her head? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Was it actually an apple?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alamo shoots her.
Yeah.
She survives.
And that's like the first thing, he called, he's like, well, maybe it's, and there's been different things like, and also to your point, you were talking about like now she's in like actual danger, but like, yeah, all these things that kind of like just happened to her. She thinks it's like, oh, is this like some divine intervention, or is this like God speaking to me somehow and all that? Like that's kind of like the thing she's questioning. I really hope her sponsor comes back, because that was some of the best. That was actually like good dialogue, them going back and forth and like actually speaking about religion and
right.
Again, like that's a central theme, because I mean even what Nate does in this episode gets into that even. So
yes, true. The scene with the poker, the tension there was done really well. When they were playing the poker, I think that was done really well. And then of course then we get the intro to Kitty also in this like I just wanted to put like, I saw this thing like that's Grace Van Patten's sister. She's like the lead in Tell Me Lies.
Oh,
that actress.
Okay.
So this actress is Anna Van Patten, and that's her sister.
Okay.
Is playing
nice.
the role of Kitty.
Has she acted in anything else?
Like some other smaller things. With
Okay.
it, yeah.
Cool.
So that was I just thought that was interesting.
Okay.
We get this moment of like talking about the lady that went to the rehab, that she's not coming back.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I was wondering if we were ever going to get anything with that. So yeah, they finally mentioned. Yeah.
They were scraping her name off of the locker.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, it kind of implied, I guess, they offed her. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, at this point.
So then I like how I like in the poker scene too, where he just assumes her awkwardness is because she did some drugs again.
Yeah.
And then she just goes along with that. But, yeah. And then we get the, kind of the robbery /
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of
the whole time she's trying to get her phone
to record something properly,
and then
also she's trying to, and then she's also trying to help Kitty, which is where then the other dancer overhears her say something in the bathroom.
Yes,
which then creates like a moment, but then even though it seemed like she was defending herself pretty well, and Laurie's guys show up and with masks and kind of come in, and I feel like it's interesting. The security guys are pretty useless.
Yeah,
I was like,
they didn't really.
I think you'd have better. Alamo would have better security there, but
yeah, I mean, especially because how many times does something like that happen at a place like that? Yeah. I just think it's funny the way they identify. The driver is like, yeah, she got big lips, which is like, oh, okay, we all know that. Very distinctive looking
yes,
woman. Yeah, that was funny.
Yep. And our guy gets shot.
Yeah.
But then, she's kind of stuck in between because the DEA needs her to, because they were like, oh, we weren't going to use Laurie anymore anyway. So she.
Right. But you think she's just going to take this guy's place, though, now at this point?
The guy that got shot?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I just figured that's.
Alma might put her in that position.
Yeah.
But like.
It would help. It would benefit her both for Alamo, but also for the DEA being in that position. She could play both very well. That's why I figured that's where it's going to go next, but I don't know. Because either way, whether that guy survives or not, I don't think
he can handle that.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to keep doing
the. And then we get her trying to find, because she just basically is trying to get them to buy drugs from somebody else, and then she goes to Maddie to find somebody. which is also funny. But in the scene where that, and then I know but that scene with Maddie and then Rue and then Cassie's sister.
Oh.
Well, Cassie's there too, but
Lexi,
yeah. And she's like, "Do you guys hear yourself?" Because she's like talking about like OnlyFans, porn, whatever she's talking about, and then she's talking about drugs, and they're like both like back and forth, and Lexi's like, "What are you guys doing?"
I've always Lexi has always been like one of my favorite characters from all the seasons, and in Fez as well, and like even her and Fez's relationship was really good in previous seasons. But I mean, I like that because it's like there's no one else really on this show that does this. Like Lexi's the only voice of reason and actually calls everyone out at different times. Like, do you really understand what you're doing and why? And to your point, I like that she does that again in this episode. But it's just it's good at least to have one person like that in this show, because literally besides her, like no one else, like everyone's just like goes to the extreme in their life in so many different ways, like always, it seems.
Yep.
Without any consequences, or without thinking about the consequences.
Yep. All right, so let's maybe talk a little about Nate and Cassie. So, I mean, it was a very funny scene, the opening scene where you get him and he
No, it was you're saying it was funny?
Yes.
Oh, I was saying it wasn't very funny. I thought that's what you were saying.
No, I said it was a very funny scene.
Okay.
The opening scene where we see them again, and he's like, your quote from like the metaphor of the toe, and he's trying to.
Oh, that part I was just it's funny, but it's so. It's just so well. Okay, was my other note I had about them specifically. Like Cassie and Nate both like continue to be the worst plot line in the season. I think that's why I was like, okay, well at least they're separating them, which hopefully will make it better. But like, it's like this scene especially. But there's at least one scene in every episode. Like I can actually feel the rapid decline in intelligence in both of them. Like as the episodes go, and like this scene especially, it's like.
Well, I think Nate's character is kind of weird in this. Yes. I don't know if this weird season. It's like they tried to make him not, because like in the. Well, again, rewatched season 1, so but season 2 I didn't. But I remember him being much more manipulative and confident and not dumb.
Yes, and also would like explode like crazy to like a crazy degree, which he doesn't really do also now, which is interesting. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, very different. And again, like I know that some people's complaints about this season in general is like no one's the same, but it's like it is a big time jump. Obviously, people aren't going to be exactly the same, so like that's important, obviously, to show how these characters have grown or not grown.
Yeah,
but yeah, with him though, it's like I know exactly what you mean. It is like there is like nothing really of his original character of Nate.
Yeah, he just feels like a completely different person. And not in a good way.
No, and that's the biggest thing. Like Cassie's always like
she was always
been very ditzy,
right,
but like
kind of
not him.
No,
and it's just like that. I continue to see in the season with him, and it's just it's very strange.
Yes, but that aside, him talking about the metaphor with the toe, and it was a funny scene.
Yes.
Yeah, and then of course she's fed up because she's mad because she was like, I could have made some money. You two made me stop, and in reality, we had no money and we need money. And she's like, I'm done with you. Yeah. And she leaves and goes with Maddie. And so then we get Cassie and Maddie reinventing her. We even get the makeover montage.
Yeah, I was hoping we were done with all this. And then I'm like, oh no, she's doing this again. It's just now Maddie is in charge.
Yeah, she's full in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like Cassie doesn't know how to be on her own, right? Like it's one of those people that like always has a boyfriend, or in this case, or she goes to Maddie to basically Maddie to be like the person that but yeah, so then so then Maddie has her to go to this like famous, I guess like semi-famous guy's like party.
Yep.
And I think to me they did a good job of like setting it up, and then seeming like Cassie maybe was going too far, and then you realize no, it was like exactly what Maddie wanted her to do, because then they break into the room just the right timing that like they catch on camera that he's about to like try to sleep with her, but then everything stops.
Yeah.
And which then obviously we don't see, other than just in the car that she's like getting a bunch of, but like we'll see, I guess, in the future episodes the full gravity of that situation, and like how much momentum she gets off of that for her own followers and whatnot.
I guess that explains a little bit more than just what you were talking about, because I was gonna ask him like this whole scene with the party and like what'll happen is when I was watching I was like, what ultimately is the point of this whole scene in general, of having this whole party part with her and Maddie at this party? But I guess that helps make a little more sense of it to me.
Yeah, well, that's what Maddie says to her. Like, she's like, when I have you go in this guy's got whatever, 100,000 followers, whatever it is. She gives a number, And
it was like 20 million or something crazy.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, so the goal is to be seen with him and make him want to sleep with you, but don't sleep with it. Don't give it up.
Yes.
But then the way it progresses, like a little further than I was like, oh no, she's going to, like, she's going too far. I thought, like, at first.
Yeah, because she's one of the ones we don't really see her get like crazy hardcore into drugs.
Well, yeah, she does the coke,
Right.
and like,
Yeah.
I don't know if she's ever done that before.
Yeah,
She
I know,
reacted
I was
like she
trying to-
hadn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And then I guess the other girl, I wasn't 100%, but I assume that the other girl was the girl we saw in the first time when Maddie was going to rep her, and then her
Yeah, I'm
boss
not
told her
sure.
not to. I mean, I don't recognize her enough to to know, but I was wondering if that was
Probably. You're probably right, but I don't know.
yeah. That's who I assumed it was. I was like, this is probably that girl, but I don't remember her well enough to know if it was, and I didn't go back
Me
and check.
either, yeah.
But anyway, so like she definitely, it was a successful thing. And
Oh, yeah.
So but anyway, it's cool to see, Maddie's good at what she does, and Cassie under her guidance looks like she might thrive, and
Yeah.
we'll see where that goes. And then our final plot line, Jules and Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
So Lexi hires Jules because they need a painting for for a scene, in which, I mean, yeah, great. And it's like what you do. You're like, hey, I got a friend.
Yeah.
So then Jules paints his painting.
Yeah, she didn't really give her any
Well, she gave her direction some,
right, but not enough.
not enough, not to be enough specifics.
Uh-huh.
But it also was a little like Jules, I don't know. Like, I feel like it was a little weird. Like, is Jules really that naive to what would need to be done?
Yeah, I don't know, because I think it was also a problem with the boss, though, because I don't think the boss even properly communicated to her, to Lexi, and then Lexi is, I don't think Jules knew that, like, this was for a network TV show.
Yeah.
So, like,
I guess
it was just bad communication the whole way down.
I mean,
obviously.
to me, it was just like it just seemed like a lot I was taking for granted. Like, so I feel like if they were all at least close enough friends that she could just call her and be like, hey, this painting means
Right.
they talked enough about, then Jules would know what show Lexi works on.
Yeah, that's true.
And like would know in general what it is, and should know better than to paint what she painted.
Yeah, you're right.
But then on the flip side, like, so then the painting obviously is inappropriate. And so then they all to ask her to fix it and tell her, oh, you can cover up the people, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm assuming I can't remember now, but it seemed like she mentioned how much she was getting paid for it. And it was like good money.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But I think Lexi was like, oh, well, all we need you to do this, and, you'll make, whatever. And,
yeah, but I don't know how much it was, because at the same time, it's like, obviously this is something that Jules really loves doing and is passionate about, because it's probably not as nearly as much as she's making doing what else she does. So like,
oh yeah.
clearly it's
She doesn't
not
need
about
the
that,
money right
right?
now, no.
So like that's
But as an artist, you're like excited someone's going to actually pay you to
For
paint
sure.
something. Right?
yeah.
But anyway, the biggest thing I had a problem with this scene was the end. So after they come in and tell her we need to make adjustments to the painting,
Yeah.
then she just destroys the painting with paint. And like, I just feel like, again, Jules would be a little smarter than this and realize like who she's going to like really hurt Lexi's like job, like by doing that. Like she's not like not even taking a moment to think about Lexi, which is again, I feel like past character Jules would be a little bit more savvy enough to understand and not just be so, butthurt about getting some feedback on the painting.
I think past Jules was a little more selfless, and current Jules is a little more
Okay.
selfish, it seems, or at least self-centered. So far, that's what it seems to me. So I think that's part of it. Because in the past, she was always going out of her way to help. Obviously, Rue mainly, but like, yeah, Lexi or anyone else, yeah. Fez and all of them,
yeah. So another thing I've thought about, like this again, is everyone's separated again. You know, we were at the wedding, people were kind of together.
Yeah.
We're very fragmented again, but
even the way that was filmed though is like not everyone was even together.
Oh, probably. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like at the wedding, even, yeah. Which is kind of.
But it did have a thought about it. Like,
okay.
I feel like this might be giving him too much credit, but
okay,
there is a certain sense of like that is what happens, and like if you're jumping 4 years, especially like post college, if you even go to college, like in adulthood, like that does change, right? Like, and your friendships get more fragmented and segmented, and you don't have like that just like large group of friends you're always around, because that's the way high schools and college to some degree can be. But once you kind of people start going down their past careers and whatnot, it does get a lot more segmented. So
for sure.
Again, I don't know. I feel like they might be giving the show creator a little too much credit to be like that perceptive.
I think it's more about their scheduling.
Yeah. And then also, but then there's also what we've been talking about all along, but that messes with the dynamic of part of the reasons it makes the show what the show is, which is, so it's like, it's not really making the show better in that sense. So
yeah, at times during the wedding, because like, yeah, I feel like since they were all together, I feel like they didn't do enough of like them being together, especially because like, to your point, they probably aren't going to the rest of the season. Like that was probably it. Like there was just moments that it felt very, I'm trying to think of some other shows that do this, where it's like a group of people talking to each other and like clearly they're not even in the same room. They're filming them.
Yeah. It happens.
Which is like, you can feel the energy. It's different because they're not acting to each other in a scene. It's just a bummer. Yeah. I feel like that's a morning show thing. I think that's a good example of that.
Could happen there. It might be also just obviously scheduling conflicts, but it couldn't be also just pick up stuff where it's like, oh, we need to this insert, and we can't get both of them together that easily, and so
I mean, it's a credit to the actors, because like it's like you got to act to nothing, but it's just like it is a bummer when that happens though, because it's you're not feeding off of each other and the energy in the scene.
Even if the person's there, like if you're not going through the whole scene again, it can be you don't have the momentum of them.
Yeah,
but
and then of course it's also just like it's not as exciting, like film, like shot wise, because then it's like you can't.
Right.
It's just back and forth of these people's faces.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about this episode of Euphoria?
We didn't really mention Nate's big scene.
Oh yeah.
But I just thought it was really bad.
Yeah. Well, again,
I don't know how you felt about it.
He goes in front of the city council or whatever they are to beg for adjustment or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's a flower that's
because he can't build because of the endangered flower that they found on the property, and he has a pitch on like how so he can get a continue or something.
Yeah,
so he can keep working and keep building. And they deny him. So then he gets on his knees and begs, which is,
it was just bad. So, and then, again, it's just further what you're talking about. It's just like, it's very much not Nate at all. And
I
don't know. Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah, he's a broken person.
Right.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys have thoughts and feelings about Euphoria season 3, in general, or specifically to episode 4? Let us know. Write in. We encourage feedback. So, You can do that by emailing us at feedback@screentimepod.com, or just leave a comment or DM, and we will discuss it on next week's episode. If you don't already, please like and subscribe and follow on all the platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram and Facebook. And if you'd like to follow us each individually on Instagram, I'm at JYoungBar.
And I'm at Jared Youngbar.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week.